So let us see. Let us see. See if anybody comes in. Anybody at all. Dale, how are you doing, sir? Justin, how are you? Yeah, you're funny. George, how are you? So how is everybody? That's good. That's good, Dale. I'm glad you're doing good. It's the weather's been great here. It's been I think today it went up in the 50s here. Very rare for this, for here. I don't know what the weather's like where you're at. How's the weather where you're at? Not a complete shave. Just on the sides. Yeah, the hair. And then the sides. Had to go. They'll grow back. Justin, I shared something on my wall, on my Facebook wall, tagged you in it, and I didn't know if you had noticed it or not. It was the one about shaving your facial hair completely off. The CDC wants people to shave their hair off. I did. I just shaved up, but I didn't shave it off. Yes. Did you see that? Yeah, this wouldn't work either, what I got, because it would definitely impede a mask. So do you plan, if it gets bad where you're at, will you shave your beard off? What did Andrew Tyndall reply? I don't remember. Let me see if I can get a few more people in here real quick. Just a few people over. Hold on. See if any of these people pop in. We will see. Oh, your beard is your mat. That's right. I remember that now. You know, when I take a shower, it curls all up to my chin. I have to put stuff in it to pull it down, but it won't come down right now. So we'll see. Yeah, but if it came down to life and death, you wouldn't shave it off. I think I would. If it came to life and death, I would definitely shave it off. Hell no, bring on death. Well, the coronavirus death looks like a slow and agonizing. Very, very slow and agonizing. That's true too. That are dying from it. Yeah. Um, there are. You get really sick though. And um, I don't have any underlying ailments that I know of. Um, but it still scares me because I got children and I don't want any of them to get it. Emma gets pneumonia really easy. Andrew doesn't. He's pretty healthy. He's been healthy his entire life. Same with my other son. Um, I don't know. I just don't think it would be. I wouldn't want to see anybody get it at all. Period. I feel pretty good. How about yourself? Oh, thank you, Justin. Thank you very much. Yeah. Yeah, that was a big day. It was pretty interesting too. It was a great feeling. There are different forms. You see, that's the thing. They don't know if you get it. You don't know which one you have. You can have one that gets you severely ill, or you can get one that just kind of makes you a little ill. Um, but apparently, children, like you said, they seem to children that don't have an underlying problem apparently do very well. They just get a little sick, and it'll pass. And you. But then there's people who get it and don't have any symptoms, but are people that spread it. So I don't know. So Juan, how have you been? How has everybody else? Let's see. Liquor store. So, what you guys think about the passing of Forrest? That was a big shocker, huh? I was working on him to get him to come on here and to go on the podcast, and that was a few months back. But then, of course, stuff got really, really busy, and I hadn't gotten back to him, and he wanted to know what date would be good. And then I was sitting here thinking the other day I should get back to him and come up with work out a date, and then this happened, and it's very upsetting. Oh yeah, yeah. My kids had something similar to that too, but I don't think that wasn't the coronavirus. The coronavirus is yes, Dale Forrest Fanning. They just said he was battling an illness and it for a while, and I'm sure people know, but I don't know exactly. I just know that he was supposedly battling an illness that, and he lost his battle with whatever the illness was, or it was unexpected though. That's what they said. It was very unexpected. So I'm sure that whatever illness he had was making him sick, and they didn't expect him to pass. I'm surprised you didn't hear about it yet. Let me see if I can find anything on it for you. Hmm. Let me see. Huh, I don't see it. I have to really wait a minute. I can find something right. Hold on one second. I think I may have something here. Here we go. There you go. I don't know how well that came up. Tanisha, how are you doing? Yeah. J Dog, how are you doing? I think the person that I don't remember the individual's name, but there's a person that helped him with it. I think they're going to keep it going. If you read the whole article, they got people that are going to take over and make sure everything is going to go good. Drinking coffee, huh? Oh, you're going to go to Tinley Park, are you? Is that the one you're going to, J Dog? And they're having a big benefit auction for him at Tinley Park too. I believe it is. At least I think that's what I heard. I'm not. Don't quote me on that. Oh, okay. Sounds like fun. Get some video on it and put some video up there. J Dog, it'd be good to see. Yeah, he's got a kid that's going to be 1 year old very soon. I think it's this month, if I'm not mistaken. But I could be wrong on that. But I know he's got a child that's going to be 1. Well, that sounds like a lot of fun, J Dog. I think Brian Kusko did a video today on it. I haven't had a chance to watch, but I think I seen one up. So, what is everybody doing? Drinking coffee kind of late, aren't you there, Tanisha? Doing great, Tanisha. Doing great. Well, Becky's sleeping. That's why I'm keeping it down. Andrew's downstairs playing video games. Emma's in her room on her computer doing something. I don't know exactly what exactly she's doing. So Juan, are you still in here? I don't know if Juan is still in here or not. I'm not 100% sure. Oh no, it's there. I just trimmed it up, Edward. Just trimmed it up. Yeah, Edward, I am so sorry about your flooding problem. I seen that video you did. Man, that really sucks. What do you think? I look funny? I sent you some pictures and I didn't have my beard on then. Didn't you see it? Oh, yeah, they're on your instant message on Facebook. Scroll up way before our conversation today. It's up there. Yeah, well, it's not completely fixed, but she's out of pain. So they got her out of pain for now. You know, it's very limited on what you can do around here because of where we live out in the middle of nowhere. You can ask Edward. He's been here. He knows this is the middle of nowhere. I noticed that you when you go out places, Edward, you wear a mask, which is good because you definitely don't want to get that. Is anybody here worried about the coronavirus? I told you my thoughts on it. I am a little worried because I got, like I said, my mother's 80. I worry about my older family members and the ones with underlying conditions, like my sister who just had brain surgery, and Emma. And I don't want to see anybody get sick or nothing from it. So, like I said, if it hits here, we're going to hunker down and not leave the house. I'm sure. Very close to that anyway. You need to stock up on food and stuff like that, Tanisha, so you don't have to worry about going out. You see, Dale, that's what I'm worried about. Me going out somewhere and bringing it back, and like my mother getting it, or my children, or something like that. Yeah, it's kind of a scary thing. You know, you might not worry about for yourself, but you definitely need to worry about going out somewhere and bringing it back. Yes, Edward, I know you can't get it at your house. You live on a pretty good chunk of land there. You could keep people off it and not worry about people coming onto it. So, uh, I think if you can keep people from coming to your house or whatever, I think you'll be okay, Edward. Yeah, they told people to buy a lot of canned goods like canned soups and stuff like that because you could survive on that pretty good, 4,000 people in New York City are in quarantine as of today. And as long as we keep the power going, we can communicate with each other, you know? And as long as they can keep up, like, the internet up and stuff like that. Population control. Yeah, and it kind of oh yeah, that was today. 4,000 people in quarantine. But it's controlling the older people, and I don't like, or the people with underlying ailments, and that's not right. I worry about people that are sick or at least have underlying ailments. Yeah, 40 to 70% of all adults will get it. And here's the thing. Now, this is what a lot of people aren't saying, and this is what a lot of places ain't saying. The flu kills 80,000 people in the United States alone every year. Okay? 80,000 people. And the death rate of the flu is 0.1%. 0.1%. The death rate of the coronavirus is 2% or more. So what do you mean by spam? Oh, the food spam? Is that what you're talking about, Justin? And just think about that. If the death rate of if the death rate is 2% or more, millions will die. Millions. And it is something to think about. The swine flu killed millions of people. The swine flu was kind of the root cause of World War II, too. Did you guys know that? The bubonic plague killed half the people in the world. Sardines are good, yeah. So is spam. Here's how World War II was caused by the swine flu. Okay, the swine flu was going really bad during 1918, 1919. There wasn't even a Stanley Cup in 1919 because they didn't want people getting in public places. But anyway, the war had ended. Woodrow Wilson went over to Europe to sit down and discuss what the punishments for Germany were going to be. And the whole time he was over there, he was saying, no, we need to be nice to Germany. It was a war. It's over. You know, we can control them by not letting them build an army, but yet let them. They don't need to pay any restitution to places or nothing like that. All the other countries want to do that, but they were starting to listen to Woodrow Wilson. They were like, yes, that's what we're going to do. Woodrow Wilson came down with the swine flu, got very, very, very ill sick. He gets over the flu. He comes out. He was a different person. But what people don't realize when they read about the swine flu is the swine flu changed you. When you had the swine flu and you came out of the swine flu, you were actually like a different person if you survived the swine flu. You know, you were just a different person. When he came out from the swine flu, he wanted to treat Germany hard. He said, no, we got to make them pay restitution to all these places and all this, which sent Germany into where the Germans were eating out of trash cans and eating out of cans, eating garbage to try to survive. That rose to the popularity of Hitler, which made him take over, and whammo, started World War II. Yes, Edward, I seen that about the 65,000. Well, here's the thing with mainstream media. If you don't hype it up a little bit, people will not be prepared, but you can't hype it up as much as some of them do it. Oh, yeah, when you said spam, I was like, "What?" I didn't know. Yeah, but spam is good. The wife won't eat it for nothing, so I haven't been on much lately, Edward. I will have to go check it out. I will definitely read it. Watch it, I mean. Well, I'm not gonna say 6 billion because there's only 7 billion people in the world. Yeah, there's only like 7 billion people. But millions will die by the time it's all over. Maybe. Anything can happen. They have a ship in San Francisco out there they won't let up dock because people got it on there. That's true, Edward. I mean, Edward. That is true, Dale. If you don't eat for a week or two, spam's looking pretty tasty, isn't it? But so is your cat and your dog. And the dog food, too. Yeah, you pretty much eat anything that's edible when you haven't eaten for a long time. They say some places that have it here in the United States, the towns look like ghost towns. There's nobody even going outside or nothing. I heard a thing on the news that they want to take the March Madness, play the games without fans, just have the games played and just, you know, to film the games or whatever and have it played without the fans because they're going to start making it so um, big groups of people don't get out in big crowds. Ooh, wait a minute. What happened here? All these have jumped up. Yeah, I like sardines myself. I want to watch out. I got you. Blue collar workers. Yeah, they're gonna have they're trying to come up with a plan to where if you can't work because it's like if they have to shut down places like school, like janitors and stuff for schools, if they had to shut the schools down, then people couldn't work. So they're setting up some kind of compensation to help these people work. I mean, not work, but get money because families survive on it. Sometimes when kids get sick, the kids can't go to school, and then people can't work. Family members can't work, and that's a matter of losing your home, even. So, yeah, you could see a lot of stuff change really quick. Sarah Tyndall, how are you? Edward, I'm sorry you had to do that. I would hate to see anybody have to do that. That is a shame. Well, I hope you guys get better quick. Potted meat's good. I like all that stuff. Little, yeah, call me crazy, but you ever see them little Vienna sausages? Them aren't bad on crackers. Oh, I could just imagine, Edward. It's just, I don't like to see you guys sick at all. Yeah, Sarah said you were really sick there, Edward. Really, really sick. Yeah, Becky loves those too. And you still have bees, right, Edward? Bee pollen. I don't know if you knew this, but bee pollen is a superfood. Makes you extremely healthy. Bee pollen does. Yeah, no, I wouldn't. Extreme creation, yes. Food is food. Yeah, you can stock up on a bunch of stuff to do. You know what I mean by bee pollen, right, Edward? Them little hard little beads at the bottom. It's considered a superfood, very healthy for you. Yes, Dale. Yes, protein poisoning. Very true. It's got a special name. Can't remember what it is off the top of my head, but I told Edward once what it was called. Do you guys ever gather up that bee pollen, Sarah? And that also prevents you from getting it prevents you from having allergies, because the bees down there eat the stuff from around you, and they have that pollen, and it's from your area. I'll have to check that out, Edward. Beer is very good for preventing like waterborne illnesses, because you can ferment the beer, and when it's beer, you can drink it instead of drinking plain water and still get hydrated to a point. Yes, honey's very good sweetener, but the bee pollen is also sweet. Beeswax is very good too. Beer's all, yeah, very excellent food. Yeah, you eat deer your whole life, but you eat other things too. If you ate nothing but like rabbit and deer, well, we had that discussion before, Edward. Remember when I told you that? Yes. Your garden didn't flood or nothing, did it? I hope not. Stevie, how are you doing? Okay, then yeah, the silver skin has got protein in it too. Yes. You can do it once in a while, but you can eat the deer, but you have to have other things too. Definitely, yes. I didn't watch that video yet either, but I seen it. The 5-leaf clover. That could be a sign of very good luck, Edward. I don't know. The lucky charm, yeah. I know when my mom was a kid, her father had clover in the yard because it's green, so he planted it in the yard to fill in where the grass didn't grow when she was little. And she would sit there all summer long when she was a kid looking for a 3-leaf clover and never found one. So there's only 9 of them. Thank you, Stevie. There was a place somewhere where there was a toxic spill and they started finding clovers like that. I don't know how true this is, but it says the U.S. hospitals are preparing for 95,000 coronavirus infections and 500,000 deaths in the United States is what they're preparing for. Dale, you have a great day. Thank you for stopping in. It was great to have you here. I just saw that on what's the name, guys, about the corona. So yeah, that's the map. My state still don't have any. Your state don't have any either, does it, Sarah? Yet. But New Jersey's getting hit. Pennsylvania, Maryland, New Hampshire. Wow. Utah has some now too. So does Colorado and Nebraska and Texas. That is crazy. Yeah, Stevie, be careful, buddy, when you go out anywhere, man. That's crazy. Yeah, Stevie, you need to be careful. Sarah and Edward, family, you guys need to be careful. Everybody needs to be careful. Everybody out there. So, anyway, guys, this was just a short one. I'll try to get back on tomorrow. I've been I'm really tired today. It's been busy these last week. As you can see, things have been going on around here. Oh. Well, I know you're trying, Sarah. I talk to you guys every day. So, how are the tarantulas doing, Edward and Sarah? I haven't had a chance to ask you. How are the tarantulas doing? Cloverfield. I think the paradox might be Cloverfield Part 2. I'm not sure. I know there's 2 Cloverfields, though. That's good, Edward. That is awesome. So, anyway, guys, I'm going to call it quits. Been on almost an hour. All right. Can't wait to see him. Stevie, thank you for stopping in. Edward and Sarah, thank you for coming in. Justin, Extreme Creations. Anybody else who happens to be in here that I happen to have missed? Tanisha, thank you for stopping in. I'm just going to hop off. Like I said, it's been very hectic around here. So I'm going to thank everybody for coming in. Great to have everybody here. We're going to do this again. I'm going to try to get on tomorrow. I'm sure I will be able to get a good night's sleep tonight. And I'm sure I'll be doing good tomorrow. Okay. Oh, it'll be good to see Roaches on the way. Cloverfield 2 was pretty good. It's got John Goodman in it. Wasn't as good as the first one, but it was like it was like at the same time that Cloverfield was happening, this was happening in different parts of the country. So anyway, I'll talk to everybody later. Thank you for being on here, and peace out, everybody.